Hey everybody, if you're looking to find meme, breakout, short squeeze stocks and crypto coins, you're in the right video. I'm going to be going into kind of depth of the different tools and websites that I utilize to find these different tickers. It's going to focus on the meme aspect, not on more traditional breakout stocks like Facebook and all those kind of things. So just make sure to watch through the whole video to get the whole impact here. But we're going to still get started here, and this will help you find tickers like GameStop, AMC, and others as well. One of the main things you want to look for is a short squeeze. Another thing here is you want to look for a low float. You can find a lot of these kind of filterings here right on FinViz. Now you can do the market cap of small under 2 billion. You do a float short of a higher 20% and a volatility of over 10%. Of course, you want to be optionable as well. And these are some tickers that came in that look kind of ideal. You want to kind of find it on the moving average here and or EMAs, WAP, so on and so forth. Apron looks good. A lot of these other ones a little dicey here since they kind of broke out of their channel, but you get the idea here. And this is just one of the ways that you can do that. We're going to hop into the next one here. Now, if you're familiar with StockTwits does trending tickers up there on the top. You can kind of chase around that float there. And if you're a little bit too late to the move, you look for higher implied volatility stocks. And those stocks you can literally just sell calls or sell puts on because they're already overvalued as it is. And the volatility is not likely to continue. But in the sense that if it was, or if you want to do a little bit of chasing, these trending stocks are good to watch. We're going to hop into the next area here. Wall Street bets. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with, and not the best source, but you can find some trending tickers there. Usually it's best to inverse Wall Street bets, but in some cases you might see a continuation and a flow on the upward side here. Of course, if it's been running for a day or two or even a week, you're probably chasing. If it's up hundreds of percent, thousands of percent, you're probably chasing, and it's a little bit too late for that. Then we got here basically Twitter. Twitter is pretty self explanatory. You can follow different trending tickers, different trending, just words, so on and so forth. In today's case, you can go to options trading. There was 540 tweets today. You can kind of count the number of people tweeting on a particular ticker up here until the market opens on Monday based on when I'm doing this video. You can do this on the weekdays as well to get a general idea of what to kind of play. Let me go undo trade UI here, and you got sweep setups, you got unusual flow, and you can kind of filter out different varieties here to find different optionable plays, unusual volume, unusual flow, lots of money coming in, lots of money coming out. Pretty self-explanatory of the kind of plays that you can get out of these. You can check out the description below for more information on Trade UI and the other tools that I mentioned, as well as the websites. Similar here, if you want everything all in one place, you can use Trade UI again. You got gap fills, you got StockTwits, Wall Street bets. There's going to be some other ones coming up here in the near future. And then you got a signals area. Signals area tells you spiking, fading, a lot of different other things. It's going to be pretty expansive here down the road. This is still just a beta version, but it's a pretty good beta version for just pinpointing when to kind of hop in, when to kind of hop out, when the move is dying, when the move is breaking out, so on and so forth. Going into it a little bit further here, you got crypto signals for the crypto coins there. Similar to the signals here, you got breakouts, you got breakdowns, you got basically unusual gap moves, unusually dying moves, kind of the same thing as the signals. Something to look out for on the Trade UI Discord server. Going into the next part here, this is the Trade UI bot, and you can see here lots of different features that you can add literally to your own server. You can get the Fibonacci, you can get support and resistance levels to kind of get an idea of when to enter and exit. You can check all these out in the description below. But we're going to go right back here to cover just one more thing. As you can see here, everything that was mentioned on the website, you can utilize also the Discord if this is just more convenient for you. You have option sweeps, you have ETF sweeps, you have block trades, which is basically like dark pool. You got low float spiking, you got low float fading, similar to what FinViz does. You got signals from analysts, you got analyst ratings, you got earnings that are coming up, you got social sentiment, like with Wall Street bets and things like that. You have different movers, you got tech, you got news coming in, you got Twitter alerts, you got unusual past 3 days kind of movements. So all this here is in just one convenient place. It's all through the Discord server. Ideally, you can use that. You can use all these other tools, but for me personally, I just like sticking with kind of the basics here, using Trade UI and using the Discord as well. Not a lot of details in regards to how to follow these. It's pretty straightforward. You got it spiking up. You got to determine whether you're chasing at this point or whether you're not. So if it's up just a little bit, generally in the morning, it tends to fade just a little into the open, then it tends to break out more, assuming there's a reasonably good fundamental news. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes these penny stocks and low floats carry a little bit higher, a lot bit higher, like GameStop and AMC. So use your best judgment when you're playing these moves. Hop back here. I mean, essentially, you got Trade UI here, you got StockTwits, you got Twitter, you got Wall Street Bets, and some other tools here that I can mention in the description below. But of course, the best thing you want to do here is check out the Trade UI tool to get an idea of how to utilize these different plays. And then you can check out the Discord as well if you need some support help. You can check out my Discord as well. I'll be linked in the description below. If you have any questions about this video or just kind of what these things mean, I can explain it in the description below, or you could check out some of my other videos on this channel. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like this video and you want more content just like this. Try to keep it pretty straightforward here. Essentially what these are looking for, they're looking for breakouts, they're looking for low floats, they're looking for short squeezes. A lot of those things that where the hedge funds seem to get a little bit aggressive and they start bashing. That's why things like the analyst reports are pretty good, because you can kind of start to inverse them. So the more bearish they are, the more bullish they are. Generally, it's a good idea to time it so you're inversing them rather than following them, because often it's buy the rumor, sell the news. Pretty straightforward there. But I think that's about all I'm going to cover in this video. So, of course, make sure to subscribe if you like this video. Make sure to check out the Trade UI bot if you want. Other tools mentioned here. Let me hop back to it here. Finviz is completely free. Got StockTwits completely free with the trending tickers. You got Wall Street Bets here. You got Twitter. You got Trade UI. Now there's other tools that you can use, but Trade UI all compact, all in one place. That's why I love it. I would also recommend Financial Juice. I did a whole review on that. You can check that out. That's more if you want to focus on economic economic news. There we go. Struggling there a little bit at the end, but if you want to follow that for, let's say, news from Powell, let's say news from general global economic data, things like that, you can check that out as well. I'll link to that in the description below if you want to check that out as well. I'm not going to cover it in this video because I already did a long video again previously about that. So you can check that video out in my YouTube channel. Thanks for listening in, guys, and you have a wonderful day.